champion in history after winning the Formula One title in dramatic style in Brazil. He finished 5th in the last race of the season to secure the points he required, but it wasn't until the final moments of that race that he wrote his name into the history books. From Sao Paulo, Adam Parsons reports.
Lunchtime in Sao Paulo and a cheery atmosphere of confidence. Brazilians expecting Felipe Massa to win the title and the sun to shine on the city's Grand Prix, but it didn't quite work out that way. Instead came heavy rain and a delayed start. Still, Lewis Hamilton looked calm, and when the race did get underway, he moved away safely in 4th place, aware that a top 5 finish would earn him the title. Up front, Hamilton's title rival Felipe Massa was driving to a quite brilliant victory, but then came more rain and a turbulent and remarkable finale. As Massa crossed the line to win, both he and his team thought the title was theirs. They began to celebrate. And why? Well, because behind the Ferrari, Hamilton had slipped to 6th position, one pivotal place too low. But in the final corner of the final race, the British driver overtook Timo Glock in the red and white Toyota. Hamilton crossed the line 5th, and that single extra point, that one piece of overtaking, meant he became world champion.
It's been unreal, and I just can't believe we've done it. I can't believe we've done it. A year ago here, we lost it, and we come here, we freaking did it.
Well, Lewis Hamilton has now left the circuit and darkness has descended over into Lagos. He gave us an extraordinary day and a historic victory. Hamilton arrived here as a young star. He leaves Brazil as a global superstar. Adam Parsons, BBC News, Sao Paulo.
Well, this afternoon's victory is the culmination of several years of hard work and sacrifice. Lewis Hamilton often cites his extended family as his motivation. While his immediate family were with him in Brazil, many other relatives watched the race on a big screen at Silverstone. From there, Ollie Foster reports.
Lewis Hamilton's fans, friends and family went from despair to delirium in seconds.
If anyone deserves the championship, Lewis does. He's gone through so much pressure with all sorts of different areas, and he's handled it so well, and I'm very proud of him.
Lewis is a terrific ambassador, I think, for himself and for his family and for the team and for Great Britain.
And inspire. I mean, he's still in that generation. He's so young, but it will inspire.
Huge. I mean, the impact, you can't measure it, but I mean, there are kids out there now who just want to be Lewis Hamilton.
And what a journey it's been for Hamilton. Be it model cars or go-karts, he was born to race. The confidence in his own ability, oh so clear.
Recognise me now, I'm Lewis Hamilton.
He was soon spotted by the McLaren team as one for the future, but his father Anthony has been an ever-present guide on his path to the World Championship. His family's support and sacrifice so important to his success. His brother Nick has cerebral palsy. He's been Hamilton's inspiration.
My brother is the best driver because he's fast. And one day he's going to be in Formula One.
And now he's become world champion. We feel that we've done the whole journey. And it's been absolutely fantastic. We've been everywhere with him, and he's a credit to the sport, he's a credit to his family, and he's an almost credit to the country.
Even before today's ascension to the top of his sport, Hamilton's enjoyed the rewards of being a very talented young man, very well paid, the pop star girlfriend, the celebrity circuit.
Ladies and gentlemen, Lewis Hamilton!
But now he has that world title that he's always craved, and all the attention is even more deserved, just as the party will be that they're planning for his return home. Ollie Foster, BBC News at Silverstone.
Sporting history today, becoming Formula One's youngest ever world champion, and it couldn't have been much closer or much more dramatic. During the final laps in Brazil, victory appeared to be slipping away. Title rival Felipe Massa was even celebrating as he crossed the line first. Then the smiles of his supporters disappeared as, in the last few seconds, Hamilton edged from 6th to the all-important 5th position he needed. In a few moments, we hear from the fans back home. We're at the racing club where it all started, and we'll be speaking to Britain's last world champion, Damon Hill. We're also trackside in Brazil. But first, Richard Pallow on a win that went right to the wire.
This was one of sport's great moments. the fulfilment of a destiny and of a family. But the drama and the downpours that took Hamilton there were almost unbearable. The equation was simple. 5th or above would mean the title. And 5th he was until this.
Oh my goodness me! Vettel's taken the place, and that could cost Hamilton the World Championship.
Overtaken on the penultimate lap, the prayers of a nation and his brother, seemingly unanswered. Race winner Felipe Massa thought he'd stolen the championship before, on pretty much the last corner of an entire season, Hamilton grabbed it back. Confusion reigned. Both teams thought they'd won before a horrible truth dawned for Ferrari.
They're wrong. They're absolutely wrong. Hamilton's finished 5th.
And Massa himself wiped a tear from his eye. But the Englishman was the new world champion by just a single point.
I can't believe it. I mean, that's got to be the most exciting race in the history of my life for sure. The last corner was really the decider of the championship.
I really can't find any words. Great, absolutely great, absolutely great, absolutely great.
Been working so long for the dream, and we were finally in Formula 1. And then the final dream was to win the World Championship.
Sport has a new global superstar, and pretty soon everyone will know his name. Richard Pallow, ITV News.
During every twist and every turn of the race, Lewis Hamilton took with him the hopes and expectations of millions watching back home. Among them, Damon Hill, the last British driver to win the title. Charlotte Fisher reports now on a nation on the edge of its seat.
It's a race the whole country was watching, willing Lewis Hamilton to win. And despite the nail-biting last few laps, he didn't disappoint. At 23, becoming the youngest world champion in the history of Formula 1. Damon Hill was the last British driver to win in '96. Today, he watched his successor as he nearly threw the race away.
We all went up and down in the space of 20 seconds with emotions here in the BRDC clubhouse, and he put us through it, and everyone else watching. It was amazing. We're very, very proud of Lewis Hamilton now, a new British world champion. I think he's going to be a real credit to everyone in Great Britain and for British motorsport.
At Rye House in Hoddesdon in Hertfordshire, this race was personal. Lewis Hamilton started his career here 15 years ago.
He was something else, and really his family must be so over the moon.
He's a great ambassador for the sport and for the country, so well done, Lewis.
Hamilton was 8 when his dad bought him his first go-kart. By the time he was 10, he'd won his first national championship. 11-year-old Connor Jupp is the current title holder.
It means a lot to me because I've won the British Championship like he did when he was karting, so really good.
Hamilton certainly isn't short of fans.
I think the whole country is thrilled by his exceptional talent, and the whole of Britain is now congratulating him and proud of the inspirational achievement of Lewis and the McLaren team.
It's the second year in a row that Hamilton's kept his fans on a knife edge. This time, though, it was the ending everyone wanted. Charlotte Fisher, ITV News, Hoddesdon.
Well, Steve Ryder was trackside in Brazil for ITV Sport as all the drama unfolded.
What Lewis Hamilton proved here today is that apart from being a great natural racer, he can also turn in that kind of calm, composed performance that doesn't win races, but it does win world championships. And it was a plan that was working to perfection until it had to be abandoned in the most dramatic of circumstances when the rain threatened late in the race. And that was when Lewis also proved that compared to last year, he doesn't panic, he doesn't overreact, he was patient, and the reward eventually came. It was desperately late, but the reward of the world championship title did come. He's a fine new world champion for Britain and the sport. The next few seasons will prove whether or not he's a great world champion, and there's enough young talent down this pit lane to make sure that he's going to have a few intense battles, but none will be as dramatic as what we've seen at Interlagos today.
And Steve Ryder will have highlights of the race here on ITV1 straight after this bulletin.